do want to bring another voice now as well. I'm joined by Eric Mandel, founder and director of the Middle East Political Information Network and senior editor for security at Jerusalem Report. Eric, great to have you with us on I-24 News.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I want to ask you first about this most recent development coming from U.S. President Donald Trump himself, the significance of the U.S. Navy seizing an Iranian ship. Does this indicate that the blockade is not only working, but could be even more forcefully enforced if negotiations fail and if these two teams can't come together?
Well, I think this embargo blockade, I wish it had begun, as I and others had asked for, in the Sea of Oman 6 weeks ago, but there was forces pushing to stabilize oil prices. And the reason why this is so important is we're dealing with a game of time. Time's working against the president. Iran's strategy, as Ariel had mentioned, is to wait out the president. And the problem here is to get time on America's side. I was listening to some economic analysts yesterday, a group of them, and they said the full effects of this embargo blockade will take not just weeks, it may take a few months. And that goes up against what the president is fighting and why the Iranian strategy is about time, because we have the War Powers Act in 90 days, 6 more weeks until that comes up. You also have the president wanting to end this war before the 250th anniversary on July 4th of American independence. And then you have just a little over 6 months from now, the midterm elections. So who will take advantage of playing with time? That's who will win this. And every threat of the Iranians should be thought of, not that the IRGC is against Araghchi, the foreign minister. I think we should assume it's just as likely that they're coordinated and that this is all about their ability to take over time and outweigh the United States. And the Straits of Hormuz should be a non-negotiable issue. It's an international waterway.
And we certainly are seeing the United States hold firm when it comes to this expectation, even as the Iranians say they won't even come to the negotiating table if this naval blockade is still in place. How could this issue impact the future of negotiations if they are to take place even the next 2 days before this 2-week ceasefire runs out?
Well, I do believe the Iranian negotiators are going to come, again, because they're trying to play for as much time as possible. They're doing this up to the last minute. I think they'll try to stretch it out and make another negotiation for a third round, and maybe they'll try to push it to Vienna or Geneva or something else. Again, every day works against America. Will kinetic actions resume? It is certainly possible because the Iranians have supposedly not engaged in the most important things to the president, not only the Straits of Hormuz, which was a new issue, but about ending enrichment for the nuclear program to get rid of the 600 kilograms of enriched uranium, 20 and 60%, and the ballistic missiles and the support of terror proxies. I do not see them conceding on any of these things, which means that we are going to have maximum pressure. And the only thing that that's going to change this is for the president to go back again on major American television and explain that we can do all of this without boots on the ground, but please, American people, realize we need more time. Explain why the straits are important, explain what an international waterway is, that we can do a unilateral ceasefire except for preemptive actions. And it's about helping, being pro-Iranian, the Iranian people, to help them organize their opposition and help arm them. So you change the focus of the IRGC to face an internal threat. That is what they're most scared about. That's about survival.
All right, Eric Mandel, great perspective as always. Thank you for being with us on I-24 News today.
Thank you for having me.
The ceasefire